having rides, Lord order me a lift. I'm just trying to be in your presence since you blessed me with this gift. All of my friends dead and gone, no time to right their wrongs.
Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to the 414 Morning Podcast. I am Armando.
I'm Daryl.
So we got some breaking news to start off with. The Packers, they're letting go cornerback Alexander. 7 years. I don't know. I still feel like he's an elite cornerback.
Yeah.
He's been plagued with injury over the last 2 years, but I don't know if you got a better corner or a better option than you do Alexander. So I don't know. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah. The Packers, they're a weird franchise because honestly, I feel like sometimes when someone is like plagued by injury, I get that you do want to kind of start shopping them around, but it's like when they do that, this person ends up having like a great second half of their career. So it's just one of those things of like, hopefully the Packers made the right call. Right now, I don't think they did.
Nah, they always letting go players too early.
Yeah.
Like, that's one reason why it's hard to win a championship, because they don't keep players. They don't retain them when it's time to pay them. Or when they get to that lead company, then they just let them go.
Right.
Like, it's only so far you could get as a small market where you don't have any household names.
Exactly.
It's only so far you can go. So I don't know. It's interesting moves that they making right now in the NFL.
Yeah, and we about to see a lot more, you know, especially as we like inch closer toward like the preseason and everything and training camp.
Yeah. So right now we just go get into like, who do we feel like have the best NBA logo? So we got Shea Alexander, we got LeBron, we have KD, we have Wemby new logo, we have Giannis, Kobe with his Mamba logo, we have D Rose, Jordan, we have Steph with the 3, we have Lucas, we have Anthony Edwards logo, and then we gonna go Spider Mitchell. So here goes some of the logos right here.
I was gonna say honorable mention Cade Cunningham. That's a dope logo. Like, cause it's a star that forms a C. Like, it's 2 C's that form a star. That's dope. Shay's is kind of tough right now too.
It's something about that the 3 logo that I like.
Yeah.
Lucas, it seems like they didn't put any thought into that.
There's
really.
no effort into that.
And then Anthony Edwards just looked like a razor blade or like a road.
Yeah.
So I don't get that one. Wemby's is tough with the alien, the 2 Nike signs.
But I never noticed Donovan Mitchell's. That's hard.
Yeah, that spider.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, with the M in there. Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah, like based off this list, I know some of these are just iconic.
Even Giannis.
Yeah. Like some of these are just like so iconic. But I right now, like just based off the eye test, that Donovan Mitchell one is standing out to me. Like I know you got like KD. That's like a lot of these are just like iconic, and when you see it, you know. But that Donovan Mitchell, that's a hard logo.
Yeah, I like the LeBrons too. The LJ.
Yeah. The LBJ making the LJ making the crown.
Yeah, that's tough too. The Giannis, the G and the A, looking like a triangle, but yeah, that's tough too. I don't know. It's tough to tell.
Yeah.
And then the Derrick Rose, like the
D Rose.
Yeah, with the Rose and the D. Yeah, that's tough.
Because it even follows like into his nickname, D Rose.
That's tough.
Hard, man.
The Jordan with the iconic commercial with his legs for the dunk.
But you know, even like how simplistic like Kobe's is, even that's
tough.
Yeah. But
I don't know.
But yeah, I gotta say again, based off the eye test, Donovan Mitchell's. I wouldn't even know if that was for a shoe though. That's the only thing. If I'm thinking shoe, I gotta go with Derrick Rose's like that.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, I gotta go with the D Rose. Like if it's like strictly off of a shoe or you know like athletic apparel, I gotta go with that D Rose.
So I'm I don't know. The stuff is kind of like because the 3 you see the 3 and then you see a logo 3. But now when you see the games, whenever they hit a 3, you see that logo, that 3 logo. That's tough. And then Jordan, everybody, that's just a symbol that's just recognized all over.
Right. Well, I'm glad other like people start getting away from that because you had like the N1 silhouette, the Shaq silhouette, like all of those like were basically trying to imitate the Jordan logo.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments.
Right.
What's your best logo is? I don't. For me, this is tough right now. He went D Rose. I like that too.
But no, you gotta check out the Kate Cunningham. That is by far one of my favorite logos right now.
Okay. So right now, I'm undecided. So we're gonna leave a poll.
Mm-hmm.
And we let y'all vote on who has the best player logo.
Yeah.
I guess we could narrow it down to 4 for them. So we say D Rose, we said Spider Mitchell,
Yeah.
Curry. We had Curry's and
the icon, the Jumpman.
yeah, that's what we. Did we already say Jordan?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I thought we had Jordan, D Rose, Curry. Oh yeah, and Spider Mitchell.
Yeah.
So there we go. We narrowed down to those 4. Y'all let us know in the comments who y'all think has the best logo. So this is something that I'm gonna throw Daryl right off a surprise with.
Okay.
You know, because I know Money in the Bank just happened. The hookah lounge will be posted, tomorrow morning. So just to warm up right quick. So I'm gonna give them 24 seconds. We're gonna do a quick Q&A. Just WWE style. So we're gonna go first. Who has the best all-time ring entrance?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Best theme music?
The Rock.
Who is the best heel?
Triple H.
Best duo? Best tag team?
Best tag team, the Hardy Boys.
Who was the best WWE champion?
I gotta go with like my favorite guy right now, Seth freaking Rollins.
If you could place any wrestler in this era, who would it be?
Kurt Angle.
There we go. 24 seconds. Right on time. Alright. So we get right into it. So going off of WWE. So now we're gonna talk about the NBA. Who had the best NBA nickname? So we got Julius Erving.
The Doctor.
We got Dr. J.
Yeah.
We got LeBron, the King. We got Kobe, the Black Mamba. Allen Iverson, the Question.
Or the answer.
The answer. We got Paul Pierce, the Truth. We got Shaq, he known as the Diesel,
Superman,
the Aristotle, everything. So we got Giannis, the Greek Freak, Carmelo, the Mailman. We got Kevin Durant, Slim Reaper, right? Irvin Johnson, Magic, Tim Duncan, Big Fundamental. We had Kevin Garnett, the Big Ticket, Gary Payton. We got the Glove, Vince Carter, Vinsanity. We got George Gervin, Iceman, Michael Jordan, Air Jordan. And we got Steph Curry as Chef Curry. Or my favorite is the Babyface Assassin. So I know we can't leave another poll, so we just got to figure out like who had the best NBA nickname.
So it's funny because like you said this over the weekend. Gilbert Arenas, and I'll go with either one, Agent Zero or the Hibachi.
Oh yeah, I didn't even put that in there.
Man, because that's because you already know when he get cooking, you know, man, that's the Hibachi.
Yeah.
How many black people even know what a hibachi is? But that's either one. Gilbert Arenas, like I'll just say best nicknames because either the Hibachi or Agent Zero.
See, to me, I can easily pull 2, like because Slim Reaper, like that's tough.
Yeah.
Slim Reaper, because he's just out there killing people.
Yeah.
And he's skinny, like so. Slim Reaper, and then Chef, like I'm cooking. I'm out here cooking these people literally. Like. Those 2 tough. So for me, and then the Truth too, like Paul, you know how good you gotta be for somebody to just say, yeah, he the truth.
Yeah.
Or even Iverson, you the answer. Like, bro, whatever. Like y'all got problems, I'm the answer. Y'all got a problem with me, I'm the answer. Like that's tough. Even on my team, we can't score, or give me the ball, I'm the answer.
Right.
That's tough.
But I don't know, because even even with like, because I was a huge Kill Bill fan, so
Yeah.
like the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant, like the Bride, all of that, and like it's just I still got to go with the Hibachi.
Hibachi. Shoot. And since we cooking,
Oh man, because you got AK-47, AR-15, the pistol, like
see, that's what I'm saying.
man.
It's so many you could throw in there. Like, man, we be all day talking about nicknames.
Let me just my top three. Then I got the Answer.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Hibachi.
Yeah.
And I gotta go with AK-47 because I mean that Andrei Kirilenko, even the jersey, like come on, man. And the fact that he was like a Soviet guy,
Yeah.
AK-47, that's hard.
So me, I'm going with Gary Payton, the glove.
No glove, no love.
No glove. I'm going with Steph, Chef Curry,
Mm-hmm.
and Slim Reaper.
Yeah.
Slim Reaper. Those names are tough.
Mm-hmm.
So let us know if we forgot some names. Let us know who has the best NBA name to you. Right? We might have forgot some.
It's a whole lot.
Many.
It's a whole lot out there. The round mound rebound. We got some. It's a lot out there.
It's a lot. Yeah. That's right. All right. So interesting take. Gil's Arenas and John Sally. So it was about another GOAT conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And this time, John Sally felt like LeBron is the best player ever because he didn't have a system. He said that MJ and Kobe can't be considered the greatest because they played in a triangle offense. And in that triangle offense, they won 6 championships and Kobe won 5. And LeBron won 4 championships without having a system. So for LeBron to do it independently without a system or established head coach, that they felt like he's the best player doing that without a system. And then, of course, in Gil's Arena, they say that, well, if you put Jordan and Kobe in LeBron's shoes without a system, that they will probably have 40,000 plus points, but no rings.
What?
So, what do you think? Well, I just felt like that was an interesting take. I don't know if this was a clickbait for them or what, but that was interesting.
It definitely was. I'm gonna make it short and sweet. So, the triangle offense, it is what it is. It doesn't work for everybody. You have to buy into the triangle offense. LeBron not having a system, the thing is LeBron is the system. And you notice when LeBron's out, the system falls apart. Just like the breakdown of, like the triangle offense if you don't have the proper pieces involved in it. So, to say LeBron is better, for one, y'all just want to have a reason to talk about LeBron this deep into the NBA. He's the man is in Mexico, Cancun, he's in Cancun. He's somewhere with on a banana boat right now. He's not thinking about basketball, or at least thinking about a championship. The man is far away from a championship. LeBron, for me, he's considered great for what he has done longevity wise. But when you talk about Jordan and you talk about Kobe, I don't care how you look at it. They stuck with their teams. They also, their greatness forced their team's hands to build around them. LeBron needs to go somewhere else. LeBron needs to depend on not a Robin. LeBron went and got the Justice League. He went and got Superman, and he went and got the Flash. Jordan and Kobe, they didn't have to do that. And you can make the argument, Shaq's dominance was Shaq's dominance. Kobe still went and got 2 by himself. If we even look at, the years that LeBron was with Wade and Bosh, take those away. Kyrie's still young. You remove the AD championship. LeBron is stuck with 1 championship. And that 1 championship, the Disney bubble, you can't even really respect it. Jordan was going to get his. I don't know if he was going to get 6, whether it was in the triangle, if it was with or without Scottie Pippen, he was going to get his.
Yeah, even if you look at it, so if I want to say, all right, no triangle Jordan, the time that they did put the ball in Jordan's hands, he averaged a triple double. Right, he was getting a triple double.
Yeah.
Right, and then the fact to say that if LeBron was in the same system as Jordan, that he would have enhanced his skills, his mid range. So you can't say that because in today's era, you're not taking that many mid-range shots.
Right.
So the offense was predicated on what you were doing at that moment, which was mid-range. When he was with North Carolina, Jordan, when he was with North Carolina, he played some similar system of what they played in Chicago when Phil Jackson got there. Because you had James Worthy and all those, and so it was inside out, right? So you just move the pieces around, but Jordan still played in the same system. So it's just like a good coach is going to figure out what you can do best and put you in the best position to win. It's not his fault. So when LeBron went to go play in Miami, you tell me Eric Spoelstra don't have a culture there? You think Miami don't have a system there? Like, you telling me that? The system was D-Wade.
Let me ask you something. What's the triangle offense?
It basically makes a triangle. It's somebody on the block, somebody in the corner, somebody at the wing.
What positions usually are like the primaries in the triangle offense?
It depends on who you have. So if you have somebody that can post up, then he'd be the one that's on the block. And then you have a shooter, two shooters in the corner.
Right.
And then if you pass the ball, if he passes it back out, then basically whoever's on the block go to the corner, and then whoever's on the block just get a screen and they go back to the opposite side. So it's just a swing. And then it's a cut through. So if I get it, boom, whoever's at the top of the wing, you're supposed to cut through. And then once you cut through, the person that in the corner, he lifts. That way, that spot is open for them to be able to ISO.
So based off of we'll say the position that LeBron plays, him requiring the ball in his hand, the triangle offense, in my opinion, wouldn't have been ideal for him.
No, because he would have been looking to pass. He would never been as aggressive to score.
Right.
Yeah, and his post-up game is trash.
And he's not that strong of a shooter.
Yeah. So, but think about it. LeBron, like you said, he's a system in himself. So LeBron, you can't say that it wasn't he didn't have a system. So 5 out. What is that? It's an offense, right? So 5 out. That's a system, right? So he need players that can play 5 out, that can space the court. He needs shooters all around him. So for him to be able to pass the ball and pick apart the defense, that's a system,
right?
Why you telling me that Tyronn Lue don't have a system, right? He's over there with the Clippers running the same system, and they still making it to the playoffs every single year. This is a coach that never had a losing season that made the playoffs every single year. So how is that not a system? Obviously, that's a system, right? So just because he didn't have a legendary coach like Phil Jackson doesn't mean that he didn't play in the system.
Right.
LeBron can't play in the system because whenever he got these highly decorated coaches, even got one from Europe, that when he get them and they play in the system and play, now I don't want to play in that system. I need the ball.
Because he's not getting his.
Right? And then he can't play in a traditional system. You want to know why? Because he want to play point guard.
Right.
He want to be the one that's dictating who I give the ball to, when I give it to him, and what position I give it to him in. He needs shooters around him. So that's why you tell him the triangle or whatever system doesn't work. What works for him is give me 4 shooters on the court and allow me
to do my thing.
Yeah, that's his system.
Yeah.
So you can't say that if he would have never played in this system, or if this player would never played in this system. Like, so I get tired of the hypotheticals and the if this and if that. Like, that doesn't make sense. If Jordan was 6'8", 6'9", 250, how much more dominant would he have been?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so we can't sit up there and just say, oh, if he didn't play in this system, then he would have won this amount of rings, or if he didn't have this system, then he would never won any rings.
Exactly.
Like, to me, what the difference between all 3 of them is 2 players play with heart, one of them don't.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like that's the difference because the triangle, yeah, it just made things settle down for both players.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't sit up there and say that. Jordan was averaging the triple the double and balling out, getting 35 a game before Phil even got there.
Yeah. The thing is, a lot of it is just sheer will. So Jordan and Kobe, they require like basically to allow like their teammates to be able to do other things. Instead of them feeling like they had a shoulder to load. So once they, accepted the system, they played well within the system. LeBron, and I like LeBron, but LeBron is gonna like have to like complain and bitch and moan, unfortunately, in order to get what he wants. David Black, one of the most premier European coaches, lasted what, half a season with LeBron?
Yeah. And that same season, you remember they got D Wade over there, they had D Rose over there, they had
Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, and mid-season, guess what? Traded D Rose, traded D Wade back,
and when it got shooters,
every time the GOAT conversation come up, they come up with a hypothetical or some type of fantasy talk about how LeBron should be the GOAT, which doesn't make sense. It seems like the players in this area are just too busy. They glazing LeBron. These Bronsexuals, they glazing them too much.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm not saying that he's not a good player, but every time you talk about him and try to put him in the GOAT conversation, you move a goalpost just to fit the narrative on why he should be the GOAT. And then you try to tear down everybody else to make it seem like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
I never seen somebody be celebrated so much for coming in second and for not being that. Like, I just don't understand that. You got a player that's 6 inches shorter than you, probably 100 pounds, weigh 100 pounds less than you, that won the same amount as you.
Right. In a shorter amount of time.
Short amount. I don't understand it. You have a player that played 11 seasons, and it took you almost 20 seasons just to pass up that player in scoring and all defensive teams and all like that. That's what I don't get. Like all these players that's before you, that they try to make that you above them, had accomplished more with least amount of time.
Yeah, and. Like, I'll say this, the same way with how people always make the argument about how we forget about, like, Jordan's later years and his early years. I feel like we look past the first half of LeBron's career. Those first 10 seasons, we tend to look past. So we started really talking about LeBron 2012? 11, 12-ish onward. So just like how people always try to make the argument, well, like y'all never like include, like the years of like Jordan losing, like 85 to 89 and then, his Wizard years. Still look at that chunk. That's 6 seasons. LeBron was losing for 10 years.
Even if you look at it, LeBron lost the same amount of time Jordan lost before he started going on his run.
Right.
It's just that Jordan run never stopped, and LeBron's did. Right? And we talk about LeBron never played in the system. How many systems does he have to play in? Right? He played in the Cleveland system.
Yep.
You played in Miami system. You played right back in another Cleveland system. And now you're playing in LA system.
Right.
Like, how many different systems do you have to play in? How many different coaches do you have to go through? You telling me coaches are going to these teams with no game plan at all, just sitting up there saying we're gonna play basketball.
Right.
It don't even make doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah.
Like you try to diminish other players and put LeBron on a bigger pedestal to make it sound like it makes sense. It doesn't.
It's all just propaganda, and again, like I had mentioned off camera, they're just keep on trying to like create this agenda where like even when like the story isn't even involving LeBron, we still have to somehow make the news cycle about LeBron.
Yeah, even look at it. The triangle didn't work every time.
No, it didn't work in New York.
right? But even if you look at the Bulls, right, teams start to figure that out.
Yeah.
If you look at Boston when they played against Kobe, they knew the triangle.
Yeah.
Right? It's just two players that had heart and was refused to lose, made things happen.
Right.
That's it. They already know. You put LeBron in that, he's going to just pass the ball. It doesn't make sense.
The triangle wouldn't benefit him.
No, not at all. That's what I'm saying. It's just weird to say that LeBron would have won more than 6 championships if he was in the triangle offense.
Right.
And then Jordan would have never won at all.
Yeah. But we gonna get back into this because like I still got a lot more to like go through. But you know that's been 4:14 today. We gonna touch back on this tomorrow. We still got to unpack the rest of Lil Wayne. What else we got?
Previews and recaps of yesterday's game. So we got a lot to uncover. We got a lot to talk about.
But because I'm not done with you, LeBron. I'm not done with you.
I triggered him.
But that's been 4:14 today. I'm Daryl.
I'm Armando.
See y'all tomorrow.
If heaven offer rides, Lord, order me a lift. I'm just trying to be in your presence since you blessed me with this gift. All of my friends dead and gone, no time to right their wrong.